My name is Simon Brockman. I head up agency for Twitter at APAC. And what I do is I look after agencies across the region, predominantly media agencies. I love having conversations which aren't necessarily the ones that you have at work. That's what I find really compelling about Stream. So you can do the vocational side of what you do or what you love within an environment like this. So it's not always talking about driving revenue or certain relationships. Here you get to talk about issues that really matter, that actually might save lives, and that's quite nice. Technology is moving at such a pace that it's very, very difficult for creative agencies in particular to keep up with that technology. Publishers like ourselves, but Facebook and YouTube, in fact, a lot of digital publishers are coming up with new formats all the time. It's very hard for creative agencies to keep up to speed with those changes. Media agencies, on the other hand, keep up with the speed of those changes all the time. Whilst media agencies and creative agencies are separated still on the whole, there's a disconnect. And so one of the things I want to talk about is, could we, or would you consider once again having integration? What we have evolved to become is a service which provides immediacy of information, and whether that be the likes of Donald Trump, politics, entertainment, or actually if you're just tweeting to mates about something that's happened on a daily basis. I think Twitter is great as a platform for that, but I think where Twitter will see itself going in the future and sees itself going is also in the areas of live streaming. So video is fundamentally important to us, and what they're doing with the NFL, PGA, what we do with the Australian Open, Melbourne Cup in Australia as well, I think is what the future of Twitter will be, which is a live streaming service which enables you to interact with other users at the same time as watching it on screen. And that is unique. You don't get that experience elsewhere. And that's how we work well with television. So no one at Twitter ever says we're anti-television, because it's collaborative. Obviously there's a Trump discussion which is happening at the moment, which I think will be quite interesting. And no doubt tomorrow with the next nine discussions, I think there'll be some other interesting topics that come up. And the interesting ones, again, not just about work, but the vocational elements of women in advertising and how they can succeed and how men can support them, for example. In each and every single year, I think you get a different sort of energy and a new energy as new people come on and experience a very unique conference. This is the least conferencey conference I've ever been to. So I love the blend of Stream, which is discussions which could be about serious topics that can change the world, and then a drink at the bar later on, which might be work-related or unrelated, basically fighting about a sports victory or not. So I love the contrast of Stream, and I like the balance between the work bit and the play bit. We're not saving lives in terms of what we do. We're not doctors. We're not scientists that are traveling around the world and stopping the polar caps from melting. But this is one opportunity where we can align with a little bit of our vocational side and try and do some good. And that feels good to do that. Stream is good for soul.